G'day Greg, how's it going, mate? Hey, that's an excellent video which you did on bipolar and ADHD, which you have, and what you said about it, what you spoke, and the timely advice for some people, and we all know what you're talking about there. I have to say that mental illness, to use that term, in some case for some people there's mental illness, mental abnormality. There's just so much out there, you know. Growing up, I've seen different things. Growing up, I've seen emotional breakdowns. I've seen psychosis. That's scary shit to watch. I only have to watch someone go through psychosis to know that I don't ever want to experience psychosis. Bipolar. I had a brother, he's deceased now, he's gone. I have a brother who was paranoid schizophrenic. I've seen agoraphobia and anxieties. There's a fair bit out there. In fact, no, there's a shitload out there. And sadly, I guess from the way our society has been created, raised, it's pretty much been shoved under the carpet. Not really taken, dealt with correctly. And yeah, so it's really good that you raised that point, mate. It's really good, you know, there have been times when I've gone to the doctor and said, look, shit, do I have something else, you know? Do I have depression and shit like that? But now I've seen psychiatrists and clinical psychologists and GP and that sort of stuff, and no, I don't have it. Luckily. My grumpiness and so on leads from stuff like Tourette's syndrome and dystonia and whatever the other bloody thing is. Another movement disorder. And you're right, if you want to be seen correctly, if you want the right medical help, you need to see a private specialist. You can't rely on the public health sector because there's nothing there. You know, I'm up here in Rockhampton and there is no funding outside Brisbane for movement disorders such as Tourette's syndrome and the other stuff. You know, like April 2009 I had 3 falls, and on my 3rd fall I stayed there. I lost all control of my breathing, and between extremely rapid to struggling to breathe, and that of course brings palpitations. And when I went to hospital, up at the Rockhampton Base Hospital, you know, I'm not going to crap on the staff at all. You know, the medical staff in our Queensland health system are like people with buckets scooping the water out of a sinking ship while the captain, in this case Bly, is sailing it straight into the cliff face. You know, so you know, and with my case, you know, the funding is so lacking that I was told that if I had a cardiac arrest, which I was at that time I was at a high category risk of, because my brain had stopped communicating correctly to the lung, which sent the heart into overdrive. Because it's neurologically related, if I had a heart attack, the doctors are actually forbidden for actually helping me out until it happens. I have to wait till it's finished. And when it's finished, I have to call up and ask for permission. And then the permission might be, well, no, just send them to Brisbane. By then you're dead. You know, so you need private. You know, my neurologist, I pay privately. He's a visiting fellow. He's a excellent neurologist. And I was supposed to go to Brisbane to see a professor in neurology, but St Andrew's Hospital. No, mate, that's not going to fucking happen. $300 something for the visit, another couple $100 on top needed to get around. You know, I need $500 really to go down and travel and have lunch. You know, I can't go down by myself because I have a carer. My wife is my full-time carer. So, you know. So you got your expenses, you know, the airfares are paid for elsewhere by Queensland Health, but everything else, no. So that's probably about $1,500, $2,000 a year for me. But, you know, I raise that because things like Tourette's, while it's not a mental health, it's not a mental illness, it's neurological. Movement disorders such as Tourette's syndrome and Parkinson's, and the list goes on, put you at a high risk of mental health issues such as depression. So, and people with Tourette's itself always generally have something else. They'll have OCDs, ADHD, autism, whatever. They have heaps of stuff. You know, I don't suffer that bad, thankfully. Every now and then I have little compulsions, but yeah, I don't have rage attacks. I don't have rage attacks until I punched out my computer because I'm so sick of Microsoft. I gave my laptop the screen internal bleeding, to put it that way. God, I'm so sick of it. The computer itself needed replaced anyway. But anyway, back to what I was talking about, mate. Yeah, so it's good that you raise that, and it's good that you sought help. And other people, we know who we're talking about. You know, I think that this fella is a good bloke. Now, I watch this fella's videos, and I comment. And I think that he's a good bloke. But the medical attention is sorely needed. Very sorely needed. I think once that medical attention is sought and received, and medicated and managed, once it's managed, that fellow will travel miles. And now that you've admitted to what you have, use it, mate. I'm sure you use it already, but mate, use it. You know, lots of people think, you know, some of the most successful people in the world have things like Winston Churchill had bipolar. You know, and I guess Adolf Hitler picked on Winston Churchill on a bad day, eh? What else? Yeah, and you got soccer players and so on who have things wrong with them. Wrong. Well, not wrong. Not wrong is the wrong term. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with me. Like say with the Tourette syndrome, it just makes you think differently. You use other parts of your brain, and once you learn how to manage that, once that's managed, you move in leaps and bounds, and you can think ways. You can see through. It's like seeing through walls. You know, I don't mean like in a schizophrenic way. I mean you can. The way you see things. The way you see things in life is so different to how we're expected to think. And it does exclude us from society a bit at first, but people who are highly successful in life, who move leaps and bounds, are people who have learned to manage these very things. And this is something we have to see it as. We've got to stop seeing it as another way to purify the race of mankind, which we keep doing, finding another way to make us purer. It's, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's good on you, mate. Keep up the good videos, and on all channels. And yeah, keep up the good work, mate. It's good you got the message out there. Yeah, it's good on you, mate. Oh, my time's up. And I'll check you later.